Okay. You say in your email, you say you confirmed several errors and deficiencies received appropriate notice to the presiding judges.
That's the notice of deficiency that I'm talking about.
So, what deficiencies and errors were made by the court administrators?
Sorry, I think we were referring to deficiencies and errors in the material filed.
Right.
So where material was not, where all material was not made available, we flagged with a notice of deficiency.
Okay. So you say also to this last thing for this email that you say some of the concerns are outside of court services. Well, which concerns fall within the court services that you've noticed that there's been some type of error?
So the concerns that you identified with respect to what court staff accepted at the counter or otherwise in terms of filings, that absolutely does fall within our jurisdiction. But I have satisfied myself that they took the appropriate steps to flag those notices of those deficiencies to judiciary.
Okay.
What is outside of our ambit are things that occurred as a result of judicial direction.
But you don't know if they took the necessary steps. You don't know that. You said you don't know if they took the necessary steps and left and made a note on these submissions.
It's true that I haven't gone through.
So how can you make that statement? This is the problem. This is one of the issues I'm having with your emails and the way you handled this. You're sitting there saying that you're satisfied with how they've handled it, but you don't even know if they had these notes included.
So I don't know this particular practice in the location, but I am satisfied that they flagged the deficiencies for the judiciary. So
but you don't have confirmation, though. You don't know. You're just making that up.
I am not making that up.
So you've seen proof? You've seen proof of this?
I have had conversations with management in that location who has provided me with assurance that that is what has taken place.
Okay, well, don't see any assurance, and I don't see any proof that this was done.
So I will look into whether or not there's anything that we can provide you in that regard in terms of the steps that were taken. I think that's a fair question, and I will look into it.
Carrie Rice, operations manager, she's the one that really needs to be disciplined and investigated, and maybe see full public scrutiny over her actions. But with Carrie Rice, she's refusing to release audio recordings of proceedings I was a part of because she's saying I was labeled vexatious against two people. We both know that that's not true. That just because you're labeled vexatious, that does not mean you can be denied audio recordings. We both know that if you're labeled vexatious against a certain party or anybody, all proceedings are stopped, they're stayed, and you have to ask permission to restart them. I don't need permission for my audio recordings.
Yeah, I'll look into that as well.
I thought you looked into this, though. You said this in your email.
Audio recordings piece, I did not specifically look into.
Okay, I'm reading it right now. You commented on those. You commented on them.